Alright, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host today, as always, and today we're going to recap Week 12 of the NFL season. It's already Week 12. We're getting near playoff time. The season is just getting crazy, and it's only going to get crazier come playoff time. So let's get into it. If there's always one thing we can count on, it's the Lions losing on Thanksgiving, because they did it again. They were so close to winning this game, but there were just so many, just little, mess ups there. The safety was a huge play. The missed Jared Goff touchdown throw was a huge play. And bad defense on the final drive of the game was also huge. The Lions still have a lot of work to do, and they aren't by any means a good football team, but they are heading in the right direction, and I like the direction they're going. Buffalo's a bit of concerning win, but a win's a win. Whatever. Congratulate your win. 8-3. You're still second in the division, but I can't wait for our matchup in December. All right, congrats Buffalo and Detroit. Keep your heads up. Next, we have a divisional matchup between Dallas and the Giants. Dallas, before this game, has actually lost 3 straight Thanksgiving games. Yeah, that streak ended on Thursday. Yeah, Dallas is a better team. The score makes it look closer than it was, but after the second half, Dallas completely shelled New York. They just scored a garbage time touchdown at the end. But yeah, Dallas, once they got to the second half, they looked like the team that we saw against the Vikings. And yeah, although Dak was making some concerning throws, he threw 2 picks, but he turned it around. Saquon got shelled, and we know how the Giants offense do when he gets shelled. And yeah, Daniel Jones isn't that good, and the Giants still have a lot of work to do, and they aren't that good of a football team. Yeah, they still might make the playoffs, so they still have an easy schedule. We'll see, though. Dallas 8-3, Giants 7-4. All right, well, here's the game that I picked an upset for, the Patriots-Vikings. I thought the Patriots were going to be able to get Kirk Cousins on prime time. Kirk was going to collapse and yada, yada, yada. But what I did not expect is a high-scoring offensive game. Mac Jones, who has played pretty bad this year, had a really good game, which was a pleasant surprise, I guess. And Kirk on primetime actually looked very good. Justin Jefferson, of course, had a good game, and Ramondre Stevenson was super efficient with 5 yards to carry, but they didn't give him the ball. But Mac Jones was slinging it out there. He was making some high-level throws. And yes, I know the controversy about whether it was a catch or not. What is a catch anymore? What happened in that Steelers game, Patriots? Yeah, that's the revenge for it. I guess congrats Vikings for winning the game, not 33-26 and advancing 9-2, and I'm pretty sure you guys are on lock for that division. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. The Dolphins beat the Texans badly. The score might not show it, but the Dolphins were so confident in their ability to win that they benched their starters after the first half. It wasn't like fourth quarter. No, it was right out the first half. Goodbye Tua, goodbye the starters. You're out. Texans are a train wreck. They are a mess. They are so unbelievably bad. And the Dolphins are one of the best teams in the league. This is not an outcome that I didn't expect. And yeah, congrats Dolphins, I guess. 8-3. We got a tough schedule up and coming. Fins up, baby. Let's finish off the season strong. All right, the Bengals are back. When they get Jamar back, they'll be even more scary. They are a good football team, and they are showing that every week. Now, they do have a tough matchup against the Chiefs next week, but we're talking about the now. They looked really good this week, even without Mixon. And I thought that was going to be their final Achilles heel that lost in this game, but no. They were just fine. And for the Titans, when you don't have Derrick Henry, you don't have an offense, and that showed this game. Derrick Henry, your one touchdown was on a big Derrick Henry screen pass that he fumbled and it got picked up, yada, yada, yada. But, yeah. The problem with the Titans is they're so reliant on him that when he doesn't do good, their offense is not effective at all. Like, it's really bad. So, yeah. It is kind of sad how the Titans did lose this game with the whole running into the center penalty. I don't know, honestly. I guess those middle guys are completely pointless. I don't even know why we have them. But yeah, congrats Bengals on moving to 7-4. And Titans, you're probably one of the most forgettable divisional winners. Broncos country, let's ride, am I right? Just kidding, you guys are atrocious. I have not seen an offense more dysfunctional with as good as a defense as you do since I don't know how long. This team was supposed to be good. I knew they had blatant flaws heading into the season. That's why I had them finishing last in the division. But come on. I had you guys going 9-8. You guys are 3-8. You guys are atrocious. You guys got shelled out by the Panthers. The Panthers with Sam Darnold as their quarterback. This was horrible. Russ looked awful again and again and again. This is a constant theme for you guys. The defense played great. Again, it does not matter though. You guys are garbage. Move on. And I don't even know what you do. You don't have a first round pick this year. You guys are done. It's over. Broncos country, let's die. It's going to be a little more calm, a little bit more cool, and a little more collective. I mean, Mike White had a game. He looked way better than Zach Wilson has all season. Zach Wilson, I just think this shows that Zach Wilson is pretty bad. Now, granted, the Bears defense is nothing special. But, you know, I didn't watch this game, but I heard Trevor Siemian's wasn't bad. I don't know what to say. Jets, congrats, I guess, but please stop catching up in the division. I like holding it right now. I keep saying it, the Commanders are a sneaky playoff team, and they do it again. They win another game. They are now, I think, 6-1 in their last 7 games. That's crazy. Good job, Commanders. Taylor Heineke is really, I don't know what he's doing. He's not doing anything special. You watch him play, he's not pulling off these absolutely insane throws. Maybe it's just something about him. Maybe the team just plays better with him. So, yeah. No one expected the Falcons to be good, but yet they're still competing for that division. So, you have that to look forward to. But even if you don't win the division, you guys aren't going to have a good record. And you guys can get a quarterback next draft, because I still don't trust Mariota. I don't think your offense does. And there's a lot to look forward to with your weapons on offense, your very efficient run game. You got some young talent. And Commanders, keep fighting for that playoff spot. Be the 7th seed and then get first rounded by, like, the Vikings. But you know, that's okay. Did the Browns just save their season? It's a dead serious question. Because last time we saw Deshaun Watson, he was playing, like, one of the best quarterbacks in the league with an awful supporting cast in the Houston Texans. He's got a pretty good supporting cast with a good O-line and one of the best run games in the league, and Amari Cooper. This is very much possible that if he comes back and plays exceptionally well right off the bat, and he has to play Houston, so he doesn't even have to play well in his first game, he has to get used to the rhythm, the Browns might just save their season. This is a huge win for them. They don't win this, the best record they can have is 9-8, which I don't think gets you in the playoffs. 10-7 can get you into the playoffs. And I kind of feel bad for Kobe Brissett because he poured his heart and soul into this game, into this team. I don't care that they're 4-7. I've seen what he can do. He made some very good plays, put his heart and soul into this team, and now he's going to be benched. But he expected it. He knew it was coming. And for the Bucks, well, it doesn't even matter. You guys are still going to host a playoff game. That is the sad part. Then you're going to play like Geno Smith in the first round, and then you'll be a playoff winner. It's ridiculous. So, yeah. Congrats, Browns, on getting a huge win, a much-needed win, and nice catch by David Njoku, too. All right, Trevor Lawrence is a good quarterback. I stuck up with him since the beginning of the season. He is a good quarterback. He did have some problems this year closing out games, but Trevor Lawrence, when it mattered the most, closed out this game. And it's the Jags, they're not good. They're not going to go anywhere. But this is a good building block. That's your franchise quarterback. He is the future of this team. In terms of the defense, they played great. They held Lamar Jackson to a 50% completion percentage. He did run a lot, though. But I'm going to have to give credit to the defense. They made huge red zone stops. They made the Ravens just keep kicking field goals. And good job, Trevor Lawrence, for leading what I think was your first ever game-winning drive. That's going to be a moment to be remembered. And I actually really like the call by Doug Peterson to go for 2. The Ravens style. And Justin Tucker's not a superhuman. He can't make 60-plus yard field goals on the daily. This game was really good. This game was, like, really, really good. Josh Jacobs had 200 yards. 200 yards rushing. And how many did he have receiving? Let's see. He had 74. He had 300 yards this game. That is insane. Josh Jacobs had a game. Fantasy. Whoever had to play him in fantasy, I'm severely sorry. But yeah, Josh Jacobs single-handedly won the Raiders this game. I'm not a huge advocate for paying running backs, but pay Josh Jacobs. He is this team. He is the heart and soul of this team. He won them this game, including a 90-yard walk-off touchdown. Second straight week with an overtime walk-off touchdown. And for the Seahawks, Kenneth Walker got shelled, but your offense was still super efficient. And your defense had 2 turnovers, but after that, they could not get pressure. They could not stop the run. They obviously aren't a perfect team, and we knew this. They need front 7 help, but they could still easily make the playoffs. But this offseason or in the draft, they need front 7. It is a must. Do we see what happens when we give Justin Herbert actual receivers, not people who were working for Uber 2 weeks ago? He plays well. The problem is he hasn't had healthy receivers. And that has been a major problem for the Chargers. They could realistically be competing with like Miami and Buffalo in terms of record. They aren't though. They couldn't stay healthy. They can't stay healthy and they're still not healthy. But this game they had Justin Herbert. They've always had. This game they had Keenan Allen and they had Austin Eckler, their other receiving threat. They had a very, very complete game. And on the Cardinal side, Kyler looked good. I'll admit, Kyler had a pretty solid game, having 3 total touchdowns and 200 yards. James Conner had 120 yards. D-Hop continues to look amazing since his suspension. Imagine if you guys had him all year. Yeah, 25-24. I actually agree with the going for 2 to win the game. I always like that call more, to be 100% honest. I know it doesn't always work, but I understand the call. You don't want to take a team to overtime. You'd just rather end the game there. So, yeah, congrats, Chargers, for keeping your season alive. I don't really know what to say about this game. It was a snooze fest. Nothing happened. The leading rusher on the Saints was Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton. And then Alvin Kamara had 2 fumbles. Like, this was rough, New Orleans. Like, I get it. The Niners probably have the best defense in the league. They do have the best defense in the league. But not a single point. You fumbled at the goal line. It was a rough game. The Niners didn't have to do anything. They sat there and just took it. They sat there and just let you guys do that. Like, they didn't have to do anything, and they still beat you guys. I don't understand this team at times, but I think the Niners are a good team, and they are a Super Bowl contender. Let's see how they do next week against a really good offense. Alright, did anyone actually in the Rams were going to win this game? I don't think so. I mean, they had Bryce Perkins, no Cooper Kupp. Like, what is this team? They had nobody. The fact they put up 10 points is impressive. I'll give Bryce Perkins credit. He put up 10 points and had 100 yards. That's what I'm talking about. And for the Chiefs, I mean, Mahomes threw like one awful pick, but let's be real. No one thought the Chiefs were losing this game. They won, they handled business, and they got a tough game against Cincinnati next week. That's where they're going to use all their power because they didn't have to really do anything against the Rams. I'm starting to think it's time to start Jordan Love. I mean, he looked good this game. Like, really, really good. Jordan Love had a very good game. Like, not very good, but, like, he looked good. Like, it wasn't like, oh, he just got, like, lucky. No, he was throwing some pretty good passes. And he also has his tongue sticking out, so he's the Michael Jordan of the NFL. Other than that, though, I don't know. Eagles won. They put up 40 points. Very impressive game out of Philadelphia. Rushing wise, Miles Sanders and Jalen Hurts both had 150 rushing yards. Like, yeah, the Eagles just ran all over them. They had a very good game offensively. They dropped 40 points, and they're the first team in the league to have 10 wins. So welcome to. I mean, now you're gonna get to welcome everyone to the double-digit club. Sorry for calling you guys frauds. This is kind of the win that you guys needed. And yeah, let's see how you guys continue to do. Alright, final game this week. Pittsburgh, Indianapolis. This game was somewhat entertaining. Crazy, I know. Pickett didn't throw a touchdown this game, but he didn't throw an interception, so we're moving in the right direction. Najee Harris and Benny Snell, I guess, had 2 touchdowns apiece. And if you can't tell, I didn't watch this game. And Jonathan Taylor looked decent. Matt Ryan was pretty bad, I know that. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about this game. Like, not much happened, and the Steelers won, but this game means nothing for the playoffs. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.